are easily identified reasons where used did not read to use every important flight quality in 2011, even though giant subject to saving user economy situation was deteriorating market card analysis, Syria and suffers no cards here either. The usage in pursuing military strikes in Ghana. Was 914, the United States of Russia on entirely identification seizure to chemical weapons. There was a chemical to agree back by users. Also, summer backed out. The felt in 950 summers, which was something was a consideration. Now they see political. There's no link here. Our link is about Obama's cooperation with the Congress. Also, it's indicative about Supreme Court nomination. Also, they cut the card way too early. It doesn't make a warrant or a claim. They cut what they read. PCS keeps raised debt ceiling. They have no simply evident models, and you're going to not by the White House and major pursuing law. They go to raise the U.S. steps to the 14 agreement. Obama wants to play political. Now they say winners lose. It's a carry and 118 tougher vulnerable payoff. Ultimately, the result major. The president and Congress need to work together. It goes a number of Republicans after we're open to Obama compromise. The conservative tried to run them over. More likely, he will spend $4 million. Also, imperials did after Health Obama was able to do all this. Also, the plan not only no degeneration. Now, lap off 10. Public capital is not renewable. White House reassured a quick victory. House Code renewal. One public capital. House Code was enacted after exhaustion. Voted public support and trade political capital. Mark that cap.
422.
That's a little time for my structures.
Yeah, it's not.
It's different.
The order is going to be the economic flow, relations, practicality,
That's 4 seconds. So
249.
the advantage counterflow at the right after case.
14.
They have concealed
Recently, we saw that economic decline means there's only risk in economic decline causes war. 4 reasons: 1, trade expectation perception of one country causes country to become more belligerent. 2, diverse share of war. 2, divert public attention away from crisis, country go to war to spur national. 3, power transition, economic influence of the global system. Now, empirics don't apply. Double dips unique. Duncan cites 12 extinction scenarios due to unique growth that countries are experiencing after the recession. That's the reason empirics don't back up their claim. Now, Royal doesn't conclude today. They cut the card and economists prefer the warrants are Royal emphasizes saying here's more of the handling and American economic weakness, not because U.S. issue for countries that are weakness out will never commit in pursuing the goal of that first was opportunity and be less than major war will become likely because of competition part of the movie or to world trade nuclear weapons. There is a much more urgent picture, the big picture of restoring U.S. economic nothing needs else is possible that prerequisite foreign policy is not reestablished. Now, Maduro says yes, one FDI. Maduro might be held against unnecessary things like political ties, but the economy is crucial public sport. That's wrong. Maduro's need to revitalize the Venezuelan economy. It's a lifeline to sustaining the regional economy. For specific evidence about the plan over generic description of the current Venezuelan relations. That's Helios. He tried to get an ethos moment about saying the plan is not foreign direct investment. I'm not sure what an investment bilateral treaty would be then. Now, second is sovereignty. BITs empower hosted states which are key to address Maduro's concern. Our EBRV evidence is from the Embassy of Venezuela, talking about why Maduro would uniquely say yes to due to sovereignty concerns. Third is our shifter evidence an economic time bomb that the ability of economic collapse makes Maduro pragmatic over the foreign direct investment conditionality. Go to the warm debate. CEO Vapor first is the concession on China scrubbing is damning because this means that the returns are inevitable. CO2 and SO2 emissions are definitely going to be cut. That should cause a trigger for the vapor impact. Because the spread SO2 causes different towards the decline. Now, CO2 is key. Arkansas says CO2 is the primary cause of global warming. You should prefer evidence because it cites a 97% scientific consensus that overwhelms any other fact. Now, global warming leads to water vapor feedback. Dessler, non-warming due to increased greenhouse gas will lead to higher humidity in the atmosphere. Predictions in the global warming for the next 100 years. Monitors require a strong water feedback such as the original warming role of cloud formation causes new play and important role on air temperatures of water vapor. So Earth's most prevalent greenhouse gas will increase cloud control clouds. Storm clouds also reflecting from solar radiation back in space. Thereby cooling the Earth's surface where clouds such as high surface have a net warming effect. Mark the card there. Now, second is that recurrent or mirage any acceleration and growth rapidly slows in a matter of days. The increase in CO2 reduces nitrogen and protein by over 12%, causing more bugs to eat plants. That's the Jackson tip. And third is there's a long-term differential. Warming causes global flood and ends with a fireball plant Earth. Even if CO2 increases ag output, the effects of it cause floods in the long term. That's Hansen. 4, positive feedback. Nothing levels of nitrous oxide increases due to CO2. That stimulation denitrification and reduces plant transpiration. That's null. And Velcom 5, it's no limit to agricultural productivity. The research is evidence absent nonsensical GM tech tomato nor shortage in agriculture. That's time. He just says prefer recency. There's no reason you should prefer recency over a factual claim. Now, 6, there's a problem with Isogelpan. Iso was a hack. Now go to the counterplay. They concede ocean acidification impact means there is a controlled impact that only CO2 is able to access ocean acidification. That causes that top how we need the plant is a carrot and stick. It causes mediation into current bilateral chemistry, counter-tertiation, conditional, and unconditional. That's key to Afghan. Allows us to get outside do not have engagement with other countries. Things like Venezuela is crucial. Also, reasonable to prefer competing interpretation. I know that optimal states of suspect Neg will always exclude the goals to exclude us, especially going a minute and a half on topicality. That is not viable to enter on a counterplay. Conditionality voting issue strategy there was a war in the 2AC, but it had to be quick because of how much abuse they were giving us. Non-contradictory conditional options is able to solve any impacts. Also promotes decision-making and absence skills because you don't contradict yourself. Now go to the counterplay proper. Venezuela is key. 1, regional independence. Capo doctrine strengths the Latin American regionalism sovereignty. 2, ICS idea systems. Venezuela, Ecuador, and Bolivia are creating coalition completely eliminate ICC from the sovereign disputes. That's Gomez. 3, regional alternative Venezuela exit from ICC. Creating a Bolivarian alliance in South America. Venezuela is leading movements away from the global investment system. That's in Corba. 4 is the warning evidence which they can see that's a disadvantage counterplay. Now also permutation both shields any reason to counterplay self-clear. Now politics, no deal on debt. 1, House Republicans they stake their credibility on defunding Obamacare or willing to risk a total default. 2, blame should Senate Republicans face pressure from Obama and the public, but it's irrelevant. They can't just blame the House for the future. 3, primary challenges keep Republicans like McConnell need to defend against war. Conservative candidates in 2014 election can't risk a contract. That's Gannon. 4, if conservative taxable primary Republican tactics new NYT 917. If you're one point some Republicans seem to believe they can force Obama to accept it by friend to vote, it's because they do promise to inflict political pain on any Republican official doesn't go along by the club for has primacy obviously opponents to support them with cash and scoop with value connection better than the club card for pushing the watching the other the victory is far more important. Overview, we will concede time frame outweighs. That takes out any warming impact. We access the strong central link to the economy in the short time frame because investment treaties are cops on turbo fiat subs any rollbacks on going. None of their economy cards have warrants. Prefer our 6 evidence piece of cards over there. Now empirics on winners win. They go at Bush proofs. Now also we access the quickest time frame because win split the GOP. Dickerson bringing challenge for Obama sector have to be great when they virus things the fact that you only Senate split the George the GOP must go for Obama. Now that's that Republican deal with that global he can that votes if that's it on Muslim they cannot be achieved by exclusive constraints on the cooperation through like over country he can force Republican to resurrect in the party that will leave it in disarray.
642.
Dylan, how much of this Dessler card did you read? Yes.
Where was that?
The water vapor part?
Yes.
Did you not read all of it?
What?
There's only 2 lines.
Oh. Yeah, no, I read it. I accidentally started reading the second card too, and I finished that card before Sanchi Nest 2006.
I'm so confused. You read the highlighting of both.
I'll just show you.
Did you just re-highlight it and send it to me?
No, it's here. It's marked right here. So I read both cards because the format was weird, so I didn't even notice.
Alright.
It's a long one.
Was there an argument about warming kills plants in the 1 year?
Yeah. It decreases nitrogen and protein.
And also
There's global floods.
Which 2AC card is that?
There's
you see Hansen towards the forest color.
the one with the Hansen card and then the Jackson 9 card from the 2AC.
And then no felt cap part in 2AC.
Right. Politics. The India counter plan, advantage counter plan, then warming.
Politics, India counter plan, advantage counter plan, warming.
Yes. Everybody ready? The debate will come down to the status quo versus the case. You have straight term politics, which is the reason why I'm going to go for it as internally to the economy advantage, and also we're going to internally to both their advantage. First, the debt ceiling is big internally to the economy just because FDI credibly has not collapsed for the past 15 years, even though we have been doing less bilateral agreements. So the 1AC card specifically says for the past 1 year we've only had 2, which is the reason why the impact is particularly that. They also see that if economic rationality theory is true, that no countries will just stop investing in FDI just because that the US does not have credibility. If it's good in there for the economic context, I also dropped one argument, which is that this NLA should be able to take out which proves FDI. Except now debt ceiling is a different scenario. Debt default is the biggest internally to the economy because all the investors are looking towards the US. If the US is key to global credibility, I need US economic credibility to decline the debt ceiling doesn't pass because all the countries are going to be that US can't even take care of themselves. Why should we give them our money to take care of? Which is the reason why we have a bigger internally to the economy. Now the uniqueness today, if the debt ceiling will pass right now, House Republican Congress right now, Obama concessions will be made, but the new need to plan with Venezuela will throw off all the details. You have to frame the uniqueness made. The Republicans are calling that they're not willing to shut down the government. That's absolutely because the only way that Obama's going to get to do that is by using his time and influence. It's not exactly pro-capitalist. Obama's time and influence, which and they're telling you what the plan is going to trade off. Now there's a continued word. The major pressure is that GOP must pass debt ceiling for their constituents. However, if Obama tries to push a new game to Venezuela, that gives the Republicans a reason not to pass it. Now the first guy saying that it will not pass in the House. So volunteers year round, like Chomsky card indicates that the GOP is a key signature short and that they have stopped pushing for the card. And also too is that they see blatantly they said the House Republicans are the one who are pressured right now. It is on the House to pass the debt ceiling, which is the reason why they don't want to blame for their compromises with Obama now. Only war with political capital. Also now, lastly, they say elections. So this is a new war. The GOP for us. The GOP does not want to lose their base by cutting and causing a debt default, which is the reason why there will inevitably be a push to pass this argument in the first place. Now, the winners win argument. First is that they have dropped the argument that the plan is not win. It's so unpopular, and they have also dropped the argument that poll cap is not the framing internal link. It's all about time and commerce, which means that any introduction of inequality should be able to trade off. Also dropped the argument that poll cap does not regenerate, and even if it does, it's way too long time frame. It will not be immediate win, while debt ceiling will expire by October, which is the reason why there's a time frame differential. The argument of the impairs was a long-term argument. Just after healthcare had the immediate reaction was a backlash, and Republicans planning bloody murder for Obama doing this. These are the winners mess up. If you piss people off because you pass policies they don't want, you actually piss them off. You don't get them to look at the bad guys. Now to go to the Indy cap, we're not going for the cap plan, just seat permutation, do both, except conditionality is still not a voting issue. She didn't even try to justify these new 1 AR arguments. Because he has dropped the conditional, solid decision making, and tweets, strategy key arguments because they can always read add-ons to the affirmative. Information processing takes out any decision making because you need to have a hard debate in order to have a better debate. The advantage capital ocean agitation was not a card impact in the 2EC, nor was it in the 1EC. There's no impact to it. Don't let them spin this into 2 and now the warming good debate. First is that the China's growing argument is to go for because right now in the status quo SO2 will be cut. Their argument in the 2EC was that SO2 more SO2 emissions decreases or increases water vapor emissions. If SO2 is going to be cut right now, that means that water vapor emissions will be high. Water vapor emissions will be high. The only way to reduce these water vapor emissions is by doing CO2. Now you said that CO2 is a process is the main cause. No, it is not. They have conceded all our negative feedback arguments for CO2 because of CO2 increase in plant biomass. There are 5 separate awards. One that the plant biomass increases the photosynthetic capability. Biology 101. See, plants absorb CO2. I'm saying plants absorb CO2, which is the reason why if CO2 increases, plants get bigger. They should be able to absorb more CO2 after the standard. Second sequestration effect. That was the single evidence who is not used. So second evidence about arguing about shading. If the plants will be able to reflect sunlight back to the space because the increased canopy shading is able to reflect the sunlight because it's a light color. Now he said warming leads to water vapor. This term is not responsive to our water vapor term because this argument is just saying that increased warming will lead to water vapor. Yes, except our argument is that increased CO2 leads to global cooling because the vapor levels will drop in the status quo, which is the reason why we still have an interlink of the Andrew Card cites a correlation between CO2 and water vapor. So as long as they reduce CO2, that means that they're increasing water vapor. This argument was dropped out there. Now he said that CO2 kills plants because of things like nitrogen fertilizer. No, it doesn't. CO2 is the greatest thing for plants. The single evidence cites 5 different ways why CO2 hurts plants, helps plants grow. It cites correlation being that doubling the CO2 increases plants productivity by 60 to 80%. Our studies have not been answered to. Now she says that there's no link because the GM technology was solved. No, it doesn't. The East they said that the GM technology is way too far off. This is where the impact capital is good because there's going to be agriculture required just by 2050 right now if we don't do anything about it. This is an external impact for the rate, which means the tiebreaker because we internally warming and get agriculture required to an impact. The GM technology is not going to be able to solve. The Star card is also from 96 and we started a card from 2011 saying that there have been no innovations in the past 15 years enough to solve the agricultural crisis, which is the reason why we control eating it. Now the ESO and arguments are not responsive because the ESO's all a PhD. When agents start to qualify, this proceeds bias because everyone has a personal ideological bias. Qualifications test the influence of that bias. Also, there's an impact to this in that because questions of funding are always political. All theirs are funded by people with a vested economic interest and shifting away from carbon dioxide. Their bias potentially influences the argument. That's the reason that they should be wrong with the substance of their argument.
249.
It's SO2 squared. So, in the see, she said that, you know how we're like increasing SO2 squared? She said that if we decrease SO2, that decreases the vapor, right? Yes, down to carbon 2 C. No, that's good. No. That's no. So they said that increasing SO2 increases water vapor. So they also said that SO2 will inevitably decline. Right?
nitrous oxide far outweighs now all their impact turns to warming like CO2 and the azo cars all depend on the warning that CO2 is actually good for plants and they actually stop warming because they don't actually access the time frame impact. Even if they do, they don't really send a terminal impact to the internal item to kind of obviously it's more important food war than food war because people have an incentive to lash out other countries when people have incentive to lash out other countries when the economy classes drive strike from internal problems. There's no terminal impact defense extended to the economy. The turnaround means that if we have to stay faster time frame, that means that there's always some risk that in the long term agricultural productivity will increase even if there is no evidence that it won't profit. Debt ceiling is not key to the economy. All the analysis he does is just indicate that economic rationality means that total forward rate doesn't won't occur. Obviously, if investors aren't certain that their investments will be protected in a different country, if the entire investment regime collapses, there's no way for them to regulate disputes with developing countries. They will not invest. Literally, leads to total collapse of FDI. We should be skeptical about the debt default impact because the turnaround does not draw any distinction between this default and the past defaults. Obviously, it seems like in terms of 2011 and the 1990s, we had issues with that, but they were always resolved. They did not have an impact on the economy in the end. Means that you should prefer the try or die impact over the possibility of a short-term default. Now, the will pass debate. All the evidence indicates that Republicans might compromise. However, our evidence is better here. It indicates that Republicans are too focused on election primaries. Yes, the GOP leadership might care about compromising. However, they cannot get the conservatives in the Tea Party in the House on board because those Tea Party defenders are trying to prevent more conservative candidates from taking their place in the 2014 elections. The conservative super PACs will take them in those elections if they compromise at all. It means that even if people like Boehner are like, I would love to compromise with Obama, he cannot actually get the members of his party on board, which is a framing issue for how you put this. Even if the GOP does not want to cause a shutdown, they cannot control the unruly members of the party who have personal interest to cause a shutdown. Now the winners win debate. He doesn't understand that our winners win arguments are not based on political capital either. He indicates that it's based on time and influence. I'm not sure what influence is other than political capital, but our evidence is that the idea of generating momentum, that is the key. If it's really a question of time, if we prove that the Obama does not have sufficient momentum to get House Republicans on board now, the only way to get them on board is by fracturing the party, i.e. when Obama passes something that is massively unpopular, makes it look like a legislative juggernaut, and he's able to crush the party. He causes internal divisions within the Republicans, i.e. Republicans who hate Venezuela versus Republicans who might like Venezuela or might like foreign direct investment. That causes a rift within the GOP that allows Obama to push through things like debt ceiling. And our winners win arguments are not based on political capital. All these reasons why the PC can't be regenerated or why the plan is not a win is irrelevant. Our emphasis is unpopular things are good because it makes Obama look awesome. He can fracture the GOP. It's not a question of regeneration, a question of momentum.
No, I'm 100% sure. No. What? All the cards are relevant. have the one in on. Where is it? Oh, just always see. You put the ball scars together. Yeah. I don't. That's why. And also save.
I did.
Connect to the internet.
And then the jump drive, if I could get your politics, you know, it's, the ocean acidifications, CO2 positive feedback, and in parentheses, the York City says FDIs.
Which ones are coming?
Keep bringing it up.
That's what you want to do?
I paid their politics, all of the emergencies, all the two and three hours, and working, so yeah, they'll be back, a lot of bigger stuff.
I got you. Hopefully work out for the rest of the term.
You don't want to be you don't want to be
No, because we don't have to. Oh crap, I forgot to turn the camera off.